When Roseanne entered Dumbledore's office, the first thing she noticed was that the towering headmaster was completely stripped of his normal robe. For the first time in her life, Roseanne had seen what a real man looked like. Waves of wrinkles coated his body like a vast ocean. His once hairy legs were now smooth and glistened from the sweat that easily slid down his entire body. Moles and liver spots dotted his thighs as if to lead Roseanne's eyes to the one spot she was so very anxious to see. The greatest penis of the greatest wizard to ever live. It was magnificent. A small grove of snow-white pubic hairs dressed the shaft and sagging testicles. His cock and balls were surprisingly darker in complexion than the rest of him. Motherfucking Soccer Dog European Cup. This movie. Oh, guys, we need to talk about this movie right now. This is the pinnacle of cinematic art. I mean, just I just love it. I just want to rub my whole body all over this fucking movie. This is the greatest thing to happen to art since Vincent van Gogh pulled a Reservoir Dogs and cut his fucking ear off. This is everything I've been waiting for. If this is my peak, I shouldn't even make any more videos after this because this is as good as it's gonna get. First scene of the movie, and you can already tell how little of a fuck anyone gave working on this thing. I mean, just look at that soccer ball. They didn't even try.
Its IQ surpasses the average man. Gentlemen, I give you the future!
So, Dr. Strangelove over here is easily the best part of this entire movie, but let's not get too attached, because Soccer Dog Eurotrip forgets its characters faster than my senile old grandpa forgets to not shit his pants. And let's just take a moment to also remember that he just said that the dog is smarter than
the average man.
Because that will definitely be coming up later, and we will not be forgetting about that at all. So, after getting the gate pass code, Off-Brand Airbud punches in the code with his dog fingers, and sneaks onto a truck, which leads to the absolute best thing about this entire movie.
My name is Bryan McGuire.
Wait a second. His name is
Bryan.
My name is
Bryan. It was quite a shock, to say the least. Kind of like being struck by lightning. Which, by the way, it was. Now that was a real shock. No pun intended.
I've seen this movie too many times now, and I still have no clue why he's struck by lightning in this scene. I think they're implying that the lightning bolt ruined his friendship with his best friend, but why?
24 goals, 41 assists, 3 cups, 1 foot.
Let's get this over with. Right, come on. Hey. Come on.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 soul-crushing anime deaths. Number 10.
Oh, I get it now. They're bad at soccer.
Mr. McGregor, I'm Veronica Matthews.
But what does the dog think about this?
It's like that's a game. Once again, we win and you lose. Catch you later, Marble Mouth. What about my ball? Gee, I don't know. What about it?
Ugh, this kid. This fucking kid, look at that smugness. He's not acting. He genuinely thinks he's hot shit. Kids like him were the bane of my pubescence. Let's do a quick Google search of him, and we'll see how ugly he is, and we'll feel better about ourselves. God damn it. He's a flawless boy.
Do you remember a woman by the name of Marianne Connolly?
Marianne Connolly. Yeah, of course I do. Hey, wait a minute. I've not seen her for 13 years.
Yeah, Zach? He's 12 and a half.
Wait a minute. Who told you this? Did he tell you? Did the boy tell you this?
No, she did.
Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, man.
Bryan decides to give being a father a shot, and naturally, Lizzie McGuire's brother is all sassy about his mom being dead, and really he just wants to hang out with his new superhuman dog friend.
But I thought you said he had nowhere else to go.
There's not. If it's concluded that can't find a home from here with you,
Then the boy will be brought back to the United States and thrown into the Orphan Euthanizer 5000.
But the celebrations came to a crashing halt Tuesday evening when Alex Foote, team captain and fan favorite, found himself stranded in the penalty box of corporate and ethical scandal.
There's got to be something we can use to turn this train wreck around.
Turns out the world's greatest soccer guy thing hates dogs, but he loves the smell of his feet or something. I don't know, but he tries to save face by beating a genius soccer dog.
No, Bryan. I won't play with a dog, and that's final.
It's just one game.
One game? One game you can be assured that William Wallace won't be playing in.
That's for a good course, though, isn't it?
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot this movie was about a dog playing soccer with handicapped adults.
Alex is heading back home to Portisborough, Scotland, where he and the rest of the bangers will help kick off the...
What the fuck was that? Did the mayor of this town just smack that girl on the ass? That hasn't been socially acceptable since Grover goddamn Cleveland was in office. Either this is a total abuse of power, or that 90-year-old man is having a sexual relationship with an underage girl, and either way, shame on you, soccer dog. Shame on you.
I'm a kid. I don't have a job.
You can work for me at the pub.
Well, no way am I working at that dump.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
Ah!
Not!
Well, that small, fragile child said no, so I guess there's nothing I can do about it.
Don't let her lily-white features
Come play with me.
demeanor fool you. She's a ravaging, menacing, vicious animal, yes you are. Off we go to the hunt.
So Dr. Strangelove finds out where Soccer Dog's been hiding, and so he decides to make some weird, sexy, evil Soccer Dog to seduce the normal dog. And now that I think about it, I've made 2 videos in a row involving weird animal relationships, and I don't think I'm okay with that. Okay, let's just jump ahead a little bit. We're really not missing anything, except for an obnoxiously long training montage, followed by a second obnoxiously long training montage, except the second one has this sweet jam.
In our society, many dogs, in many variations. Come on, let's talk. Interesting facts that you can share with people who really care. It's the best. Man's no friend for many centuries. Dogs, always sweet.
So it's at this point that the movie remembers it's supposed to have a plot going on, and the world's greatest soccer guy shows up again, and he starts talking shit to Bryan about their upcoming soccer match. So one thing leads to another, and Bryan basically bets his entire livelihood on a worthless medal trophy. But don't worry, because Bryan and his estranged son are finally like a family now, so...
Everything's okay.
So in the last 5 minutes, the movie remembers it has this evil scientist subplot, and they bring him back to trap the dog in a porta potty, but it doesn't really work because we already know the dog can like use his fingers,
And then he comes back and he beats a grown man at soccer, and everyone cheers, and then the credits roll. I guess the only thing I have to add now is that this is actually a sequel to a movie just called Soccer Dog, and they really don't have anything to do with one another. They're just kind of off-brand Air Bud movies, which makes them way better than Air Bud movies, honestly, because Air Bud movies were always, like, kind of taking themselves seriously in just the worst ways. So really, you should be watching Soccer Dog. It's just way better. As far as any movie I've reviewed on the series, it's definitely my favorite. I've watched it at least 3 times now, and I'm really not over it. I'm probably gonna go watch it again, honestly. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, that's it for me today, guys. Sorry this one took so long to come out. I really didn't intend for it to take as long as it did, but I really just wanted to give you guys the best product I could, and you know, as you could tell, I'd imagine, I don't get paid to make these, so I'm really just doing them for the fun of it, so I really gotta be in the right mood to make one of these, but I promise the next one will not take as long to come out. That's it for me. Don't forget to respond to my Craigslist ad, buy all the merch I have, go to the Suicide Forest and post about it on the internet.